What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Pedro Hannibal YouTube channel. This guy that was late over there, his name is Pedro, that guy right there, and Hannibal. Pedro,
That's
what
me. I'm
happened?
late.
What
Yeah,
happened?
listen. Hannibal sends me links, and they just go to places I can't see them. They're in the Bermuda
Yeah.
Triangle, lost, and so it's my fault tonight. For once, it's fine.
Listen, in Hollywood, these type of things happen. You know, some technical difficulties, but we're here together. And truth be told, I'm 95% the one that's late. Probably.
Usually, as Kolaya would say, it's
CP time.
CP time.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just we
Listen,
especially you have ADHD, you overestimate your time, how much time you have for things.
Hannibal's always pushing the ADHD. He's trying to give me drugs and
you have it. You have it. I know you do.
Where were we? He was trying to peddle me these pills the last time I saw him.
Hey, don't say it like that, like I'm a dealer. I was letting you know that I have something for you that I think it would work, but you didn't want to take it, which is fine.
It's my superpower, man. I can't take that, bro. I need that.
Sometimes you need to take it easy. You know what? This is a good point, because you mentioned, I think I heard this on your live you had earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of one of the things I don't like about you. Every year, Pedro hates Christmas. He's Mr. Scrooge. Fuck everything. Fucking fuck happiness.
Bro, did you hear me talking about Santa Claus?
This reminded me of last year. Pedro does not like Christmas. He's a hippie, so it's all about capitalism. Even though Christmas is more than just buying the gifts and shit, but he doesn't like it. He's such a grouch, and that's why we don't talk about all the cool like Christmas stories we could have, like movies, because Mr. Grinch over here don't like Christmas. Listen, in the chat, guys, how can we get Pedro more in the Christmas spirit? Like, any ideas? Tell me in the chat, because I'm out. I don't have any more ideas.
Listen, I love me a good Christmas movie. I don't like the whole gifts and having to buy people things, and I don't like it. I'm cheap. I'm cheap as a motherfucker. Okay, I think a lot of times we buy things for people that really don't even see it sometimes, and you're buying them shit and wasting money. I'm just not a fan. I don't like that the Santa Claus motherfucker gets all the credit for all the money I got to spend. I don't love that.
I think after a certain age, they don't follow that.
Yeah. So, I am a little Grinchy. It's fine. But the Grinch is one of the best Christmas characters of all time. So I'm good with that.
That is true. Because it's like Scrooge. It's because they're supposed to learn to love and open their hearts and embrace So you're more of a Festivus. Actually, did you watch Seinfeld? I don't know if you was a Seinfeld fan.
I love Seinfeld. Absolutely.
So you're a Festivus. That was basically you just complaining. Get the pipe out of the crawl space. Christmas sex. Yeah,
that works. That works.
I don't really. I'm too busy for that. But
see, look at my man Bobby. Bobby's got my back. See, Pedro is right again. It's commercial. Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate it.
Yeah, but not everything. And you can embrace it how you want it. But you don't like the trees. You don't like the lights. You don't like the drinks,
but I got them. I got a tree upstairs with lights on it. So I got a little one. So you got to bend the knee to the toddler. But I'm just not a fan of Santa Claus. So it is what it is.
So if you lived alone, you would not have a Christmas tree.
Absolutely. If I was a single dude, I would not have a tree in my house. No way. There's no need for it. If you're single, there's no need. If you're a grown adult and you got a tree in your house with no kids, you got problems. I'm sorry.
I've been in people's houses where they're the only one. They have like a little small tree. They live by themselves. They're losers.
Like a Charlie Brown tree.
No, nothing too big. Like little small shits.
Like a table, like almost like you put on a coffee table or something like that.
Yeah. But would you still call them a loser if they did that?
Probably not to their face, but behind their back.
Guys, I wish Pedro would be more on a Christmas spirit. He'd be like the best because he has high energy. So if he was able to embrace that, but what I'm thinking, what holiday do you like?
Listen, bro. Listen, the chat's beating you up. They're all on my side right now. Listen, look at
you guys are all miserable. You guys are all sad. You guys need to stop. You guys are pathetic scumbags. Was it you degenerate scumbag?
Well, that's why they watch us, so it's fine because that's what we are. So it's good.
Well, I know usually when a locale has a live stream, what they start to do is start beating on the chat. The people who are watching, supporting them, start cursing them at them and talking about they're all idiots or like that's
we
the
don't do that.
We of course not. That would be counterproductive.
Yeah, Hannibal. We run a professional show. We're only late every once in a while, but
every once in a while. Yes, and we do not start cursing out the fucking chat. Like that's some DSP shit. Like,
yes,
we don't do that. Okay, so I want to talk about the OnlyFans situation from last episode. So Monday, I talked about this guy that spent about $62,000 on an OnlyFans model. Let me bring the pictures back up so you guys get familiar with what I'm talking about here. So her name is Ruby Rose. Apparently, she'd been on the platform for 3 years. Her first month, she already cleared 100K. Like, she's very popular doing what she does. And you see this dude, his phone, you see it. He did spend about, in 1 month, $62,000. Now, he is, I'm assuming, a millionaire. Crypto. He made his money on crypto. Okay, so he must be a smart guy. This is what I wanted to update you guys on. Apparently, he's like kind of like stalking her a little bit with all these messages about he loves her and please answer me. I'll give you money. Yeah, she basically she has a screen grab. All her text, she can be scrolling. So I'm gonna show you the video. Right, it's right here.
That's crazy. He's stalking her.
So you see it. She's just scrolling and scrolling. And if you, I don't know if you can't see. I don't know if the best clarity, but you can see. I will empty my bank account just to be with you. I will travel across the country just to randomly run into you. I will never be over you, my perfect little princess. And she put this out on her Twitter.
Is she feeding back into that though, or not?
Must be. First of all, to have a picture of him to talk about it. I know I will never get over you. I'm sitting here pouring my heart out, showing how much I'm madly in love with you. Like, first of all, this is a bit dangerous. I mean, a little bit, yeah, for sure. He says, I will send you 10 Bitcoin right now if you answer me. That is worth over $400,000. All you have to do is respond to me with one word, Ruby. Please, I need your attention. I need to make sure that my kitten is.
Oh, what? Ugh. All right, this guy, he's got, you know, he's
to demonstrate to this broad that Bitcoin, he put the screen grab of Bitcoin and how much it is worth. I'm not laughing. This is actually sad. But I don't know. Maybe that's my way to.
I'll laugh
over.
You could be sad for him. I'm gonna laugh. This is not okay.
Okay, well, it's gonna get worse. So, so she keeps scrolling, and then you'll notice, what's that?
Is that a tattoo? Did he fucking get a tattoo? He got a tattoo of that woman on what looks like his leg or arm.
You see the picture.
Yeah.
And it looks like the same guy. He tattooed himself. That's not funny. I mean, he's getting destroyed and he's getting clowned, but that's a level of behavior. That's first. I feel for Ruby, that's really dangerous.
That's restraining order level. That's restraining.
Yeah, she should stop. She should reject his membership. She won't, because money is money, but she should reject his. Say, please leave me alone. And she should get some kind of like that's really, really bad. Like, you tattoo.
So, okay, let me ask you this question. It is bad. You're right. So I'm clowning him a little, and I think you're being fair to him because clearly there's some other issues.
Oh shit! Something is wrong.
Yeah. I mean, we had Matt in the chat talking about. I'll show him some things. 62K. So what is Hannibal willing to do for 10 Bitcoins that are $400,000? Are you sending them some videos? Like what are we doing here for
$400,000
for 400K?
That's a lot of fucking money, man.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of bread.
That's a lot of money. I'm not going. Listen. I know that one of us is some prude. You know, his body is a temple. He won't sully himself for money.
No, I didn't say that. I said I wasn't gonna smash Dolly Parton. That's what I said. I didn't say I wasn't gonna.
You didn't want to smash Dolly Parton for $3,000. You're ridiculous. I think most of the chat will disagree with you as well. I remember that.
That's fine. I don't need three. Listen. Everybody has a price, and mine is above 3K. Is all I'm saying. 400,000, we can do some things. I'll do some things with 400K. I'll send some nudes or whatever I got to do. Yeah.
You have a lot of tattoos, right?
Yeah.
Would you tattoo something stupid for $400,000?
Yes.
Not really.
Yeah.
You like tattoos though, and that's a good story to tell. And
yeah,
you got the money.
As long as it's not something like ridiculous, like some penis or some shit on my back. if I get to pick the spot, absolutely for $400,000, no problem. I wouldn't even blink twice. Yeah.
Don't they have those like advertisements where they're like, if you able to like tattoo a company logo or some shit? Like
that was kind of popular like 10, 15 years ago, and people were getting. You know who's got a tattoo? They got Carmelo Anthony has the Warner Brothers symbol on his body.
Yeah, I remember, on his shoulder, right? On his
the shoulder. Like a few athletes have certain things. They got paid, some celebrities and things. I would listen. I'll tell you this right now. You could tattoo the DoorDash logo on my back for $400,000, and I wouldn't blink an eye.
You know your peoples don't like that when you say that.
Don't care. So are you telling me you wouldn't? You wouldn't get a DoorDash tattoo for $400K on your back?
Oh yeah, like, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's easy. It's easy.
I mean, to put a shirt on. I mean, fuck it. You know, who cares?
Now, but, like face tattoos, like I'm not getting something on my face.
No face. Carl with the reasonable comment, mental illness. So I've also told you guys that he looked like a guy that was on an episode of My Addiction. Right here. I'm addicted to porn. Yeah. He looks like the guy. I mean, it's not confirmed. I don't even know what his name is, but the fact that she's putting this out there, he's into being humiliated too? Like that's extra kink. Like none of this story, is it all fake? You know, we said it at every story. Like, is this shit real? Like none of us don't believe anything anymore.
Because think about it like this, right? Ruby Rose. I mean, these celebrities, but then I'll even say go so far. The whole nother like segment of that would be the OnlyFans, men or women. They want attention. They need clicks. They need views. They need traction on their channels, right? So to fabricate some kind of story, or to be in cahoots with this dude, to get her name out there more, it's going to be to her benefit, if it is, right? Because she's just going to get more people watching her, looking more eyes on her, maybe membership, whatever. So it's sad that we have to go to that ideal that we think things are staged, because so many crazy things are happening, and we get information so quickly, and it's just on us every day. We are on our tablets, on our phones, and it's like we're looking at all these crazy stories. It's hard to decipher what's real or not. Back in the day, you could watch Jerry Springer and you knew, that looks a little staged. But now, that might have been a weekly show or every day or whatever. Now it's like we get it every 15 minutes, and new crazy stories coming out. So it's hard to decide what's real and what isn't.
I mean, if I had to give it a guess, just with my gut, I think it's real. Just by the look at the situation. This is probably a person that, what happens when you can indulge in every, I guess in your vices to the infinite level. You're Tyson, you're Dow Strawberry, you're fucking, all those athletes that were able to do whatever, Rodman, like you were able to take all this stuff, but it destroys your body, destroys your mind. And with him, he has this newfound wealth. And instead of trying to find a woman, and it's probably really difficult to find a woman who likes him for him, having all this sudden money. You don't know who to trust. If for some reason you're chasing this person who doesn't want you really, but that is more interesting or attracted to him rather than talking to someone trying to get to know him. That's all.
And I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I said stop lying. Get out of here. He knew. Giggs got. He has a membership. VIP status.
Oh shit! He says he's 2K in now. Damn it.
Well, listen, you can send some of that money this way. I mean, you don't got to give it to her. So.
Yeah, but you got to put a little bit more in there, because Pedro's not gonna come on. Mm-hmm. You got to throw that money before he shows something. Or DoorDash tramp stamp. I don't know about tramp stamp. Tramp stamp at $400K.
Ooh,
that's a lot. That's a little bit much.
I'm doing
right there.
$400,000. If you got that cash in front of me and I'm not paying taxes on that shit, 100%, man. 100%.
Yeah.
I already have tattoos, so to me, it's just I can just make a story up, and I got $400,000 in the bag. I'm good with that.
Yeah. Also, I guess you have enough money to get it lasered off, right? I don't know how much that even costs.
Well, probably some thousands, but way less. You got enough to spare. That's super painful, from what I understand. It's like 10 times more painful than getting a tattoo, getting it lasered.
Yeah.
It's a step process. It takes a lot of times you got to go, depending on the size and how much ink and all the kind of tattoo. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you definitely don't, you want to make sure what you get is what you want, because I've heard that same as well. It's extremely painful
Yeah.
to do that, but I don't know what to say about this other guy. I am interested. I gotta find who he is. I gotta I gotta figure out why he's reduced to this. Spending on his money on this chick that's it's already wealthy, doing pretty well. Probably like what they say, top 2% of OnlyFans models, meaning they're the ones who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month.
Yeah.
Why? To a point where he's doing all this groveling, she don't even care. She got money. And also, women are not attracted to groveling, sniveling, simpy men. They don't like it.
No.
So she's not attracted to him in any way, shape, or form. So that's why she's broadcasting. And I believe, like I said, I think it's real. Broadcasting his nonsense online to everyone to make fun of him. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I think she's never going to be attracted to him. You know, never, regardless of the amount of money, because of how he's acting. Women don't usually respect a man that's going to simp like that and beg, and like that's not going to be somebody she's going to be with. So he's in a bad spot. He's desperate, clearly sending those kind of messages. So,
hey, Joe, Joe has a really good question, and I don't know why it paused like that, but I guess I'm slouching here. Read this question and we can answer that. I mean, we could get right into that next topic.
At Pedro, a life coach once said the love of his life wanted to do it behind the Safeway on their first date. Safeway parking lot. Good idea or bad idea? Hold on, is this validated? Is this a true thing that we're talking about here? Behind the Safeway on their first date. So this is on topic for what we're talking about tonight. Wow. Good idea or bad idea? I mean, I guess it's a good segue. Should we get into it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let's
shout out to Holly, a channel member, and her husband. Hello, husband. Not sure your name is, but shout out to you guys. Appreciate everybody for being in the building. But let's get into it. You got a sinister laugh, so I think you got some.
Well, I mean, it's a funny scenario. I mean, I'm just thinking the scenario of, you're on a date with a woman. She's like, "Yeah, let's go behind the Safeway."
I mean, is she a prostitute? No,
well,
right? This is a regular chick.
I mean, this is personal, but I'll ask you the question: Did you have physical relations on the first date with your lady?
No.
Okay, mine either. So the first date, I haven't. So we're both on a level of long relationships. And it didn't happen. So, because there's studies,
I have done that. I have.
Oh yes, yeah, right.
But not with.
And the I guess the question would be, is it a bad idea, right? Because there's some studies, it's not 100% one way or the other, but there's some studies that say obviously having sex on the first date is probably not a great idea.
No,
it's not a great idea, because obviously you're it's a really important part of the relationship is having sex. And once you kind of got to that point towards the very beginning, it becomes a point where, okay, what kind of relationship was this? Was something like casual? It's obviously it varies on the individual perspectives, but my opinion, it matters. I think it's probably not the best idea. I think you could do. I mean, obviously, someone offers. You're like, well, I'm gonna roll the dice. Maybe it'll work. I mean, but if someone offered you in the first date, you're not gonna say no. I mean, you're not a cornball.
Be honest here, yeah. Depending. I mean, if I'm physically attracted to the woman, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I'm not saying no. If I'm physically attracted and I feel like she's not like a loony bin, right? But however, that's also not going to be a woman that I'm going to have a lot of respect for. And
really?
I'm not going to like. That's you just can't. I mean, I do think there are one night stands, and we've heard obviously there's one night stands, and they wind up getting married and maybe having kids. Those things do happen. There's going to be very extreme cases, right? And there's nothing wrong. You meet at a bar, you're horny, you're liquored up, and you want to have sex. Nothing wrong with it. Two consenting adults. Nothing wrong with doing that at all. But is that going to be a relationship that is going to stand the test of time? Probably. If I'm a betting man, probably not. Nothing wrong with having a good time, but that's not going to be somebody that I'm going to like. ooh, I got to make this chick my wife now, or I got to make her, no, because that's not how the relationship started, right? It started in a very lusty way, and behind a safe way, outside in a car, that's like some prostitute shit. That's where you take.
Yeah, I mean, so this study I just looked up here, they had a sample of 10,932 individuals in unmarried romantic relationships. They examined, I guess how long they had sex, was the first day or not. And the results suggest that waiting to initiate sexual intimacy in unmarried relationships was generally associated with positive outcomes. So, but some psychiatrists will say it's not a difference. I think there is a difference. If we want to look beyond our lustfulness, like that, we think we are so advanced, like we can do that and still form a relationship that's based on other things after the most important part started in the first night. Like, no, it's going to be difficult, right?
Yeah.
If you decide to do that.
Yeah. I will say this. It would be difficult for me. I'm going to go I guess maybe the other way. It'd be difficult for me to have a serious relationship with somebody and not have sex. Like I know there are certain people that maybe for your certain religious beliefs or your moral beliefs, which is fine, right?
Right.
But there are people that will be in relationships for years and not have sex at all together. I couldn't do that. I'm just not built like that. But I also wouldn't want to have a long-term relationship with somebody that I smashed behind a Safeway on the first date in my car. I wouldn't. That's not interested. I'm not interested.
I mean, so the whole the Safeway move. I'm not necessarily saying it's a bad thing, but that would be kind of cool when you're in a relationship with someone and they're very spontaneous and they want to try some crazy shit. Bro. But the first night or the first date, you are questioning a lot of things like, all right, maybe this is not serious, or you know what I mean? Like I think more questions come into play, but yeah, Bobby coming in with the, calling us all prudes. It's fine. It's fine.
Ain't nobody prudes over here. I've smashed in cars plenty of times.
Not behind.
I've done some ratchet shit, Bobby. Trust me, man.
Yeah, but you associate ratchet shit to. I don't think this is could be a really good committed relationship long term.
Correct. Yes.
Have you tried it before? And that's from experience. Like I've tried to have a relationship, it just didn't work, or like what's your experience that what you think?
I've never had a relationship with somebody that we had sex quickly. There was never a relationship. We maybe been seeing each other and kept seeing each other for amount of time, but it wasn't like boyfriend girlfriend relationship, living together, like nothing serious. No. I cannot. I can have a good time if it's mutual, but I can't take that person serious in life. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
And they shouldn't take me serious either, right? Because we both started the relationship. It goes both ways. So I wouldn't expect them to respect me either, to where they'd want to like be with somebody like me that would do that and have a serious relationship. So for me, it's a no. I can't do it.
I mean, I am. It's interesting. You have a strong approach. I thought you'd be more of like the hippie, like
no, listen,
make it work.
Listen, you can do all that. I'm just saying, for me, I'm probably not. I'm not looking at that as somebody that I want to like be with seriously, because I just I can't.
I'm saying when Pedro makes love, he's making love, man. He's not here to make love to everyone around. Like you have to earn Pedro. This is all.
Well, isn't there a difference between making love, having sex, and fucking? There's three levels too. That's how I look at it.
Same outcome. Anyway,
there's a difference. There's a difference.
Okay. I'm gonna try to keep it PG up in here. I don't want to say nothing too crazy. Question for Pedro: what is as soon as you bang the girl?
Hold on, Pedro. Why y'all want to ask Hannibal some questions? Shit, hold up. Question.
You talking about Pedro, man? Probably a couple of minutes, dog. Like as soon as he back in the day. Yeah. How long? How long did you? You had a relationship? What was like once you had a relationship, right? Are you looking for a relationship? Is it third date? Is it like the fourth date? Like how soon?
I don't know. Y'all putting me on the spot. I mean, listen. Let me be honest with y'all. Okay. When I was younger, I was a slimy individual. Okay. I was not as respected as a man as I am right now. I've grown up quite a bit. I was a man that liked to date women. I was always honest and respectful, but I've done a lot of dirt. I've So it's hard to go back in that memory bank and say, oh, that girl was the second date and this was the third. I mean, I just let things organically happen. If they organically happen very soon, I'm probably not going to be with that. I never really had a long relationship with those women. If it happened at a natural pace and it felt like we were dating for a week or whatever the time frame is, and I saw some of those women for longer periods of time. But if I'm smashing you on the first day, I'm not. I'll keep seeing you, but you ain't meeting my mom. How about that? If I hit you on the first date, you're not meeting my mom.
That's it.
That's the best way.
These comments are buzzing. Noah is letting us all know he's smashing cards numerous of times. Wicken says I did it on the second or third date. Spent 23 years with him.
That's great. Second or third is not the first though.
I think third, but I think third is pretty good. And that's probably too soon to certain people.
For all the women in the chat, I feel like that third date is kind of like where some women decide I want to have sex with this man or not. You know what I'm saying? Like third date rule is kind of normalized, I guess, a little bit. I don't know.
Right. It's kind of like a custom, right? Gigi said, so you're saying I can't find love at the glory hole? Probably not. Gig. You gotta see the whole person's body, not just what you put in your. Are you putting in the? Well, I guess Gig's putting it in the hole, right? Pedro likes to make out for 30 minutes before B. But I think Bobby trying to play you. I'm not just saying that, but I think he usually snipes me. He thinks he sniped you a little bit though.
Bobby, you can snipe me tonight. I'm good, bro. I like it. I like the energy in the chat tonight. I love.
You have a story of experience you regretted. I mean, in terms of relationships, messing around with people at work. That is one regretful story.
Nah, that never works out.
That's all I could think of. I mean, obviously, in terms of relationships, sexual compatibility is actually important. So when someone does something actually weird, you're like, it's just not my thing. Just learning. I think knowing a person's personality. If it's their person I can't even deal with, it's hard to really start, even if there's someone's attractive. But in terms of doing it behind Safeways, no, I haven't done that.
Shout out to Silicone. Appreciate the 1990. Will you guys please help me? Robert is bullying me.
Robert, what happened? What's going on? What Robert's doing? Give us more information. I mean, right now I know they got a podcast where it's really boring, but it does get interesting once they start yelling at each other. But since Silicone brought it up, I want to bring in one thing I've heard that Robert was talking about. And Paige, you could jump in. I know you don't listen. Robert said this, and I'm not lying. Robert said that when women become overweight and men reject them, they will choose to be gay. I am not joking.
Women will choose to be gay after being rejected if they're overweight.
If they are overweight. So women overweight and they're getting rejected by men, they will choose to be gay. He said this, and Eli was such a fucking coward. Knew that was the stupidest shit he ever heard. And he didn't like say, Robert, that was the dumbest thing. What the fuck you talking about? He just went on with the fucking show. Like, Jesus Christ.
Listen, Hannibal.
I'm not going to go too more into that. I just want.
Are we surprised? We have to understand the person that's saying it, and the level of intelligence is very low.
Jesus.
And that's just. You know what Robert needs?
I don't know what he needs.
The last time he doesn't look good. I'm gonna be honest. He looks sick. He does not look good.
I think he looks stressed out.
Him a lot. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think he's probably stressed out.
He doesn't look good, and he needs some lotion.
Yeah, I think it's some health wise. He could look like he's stressed. Even the other guy, they look stressed out. Like whatever they're dealing with, the back and forth they stressed them out. And I mean, I hope things get better, but no, you can't say stupid shit like that, man, and be taken seriously. But he said he was really like he was really like he said it as if that shit was like scientific fact.
So the logic is when we have women become lesbians when they are overweight and get rejected, forcing them to be a lesbian. What?
Yeah. I guess he thinks
I'm a lesbian. I'm offended.
It's just
if I'm married to a woman that's a little overweight, I'm offended too. Like,
yeah,
it goes both ways, right? It's stupid. It's stupid.
Yeah, just a little dumb. I mean, just a lot of stereotypes, but like there's no science in what you're saying. Like, it doesn't make any sense. These questions are Pedro. They love to ask you questions, Pedro.
Listen, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't care. I feel very confident in the man that I am. I've made a lot of mistakes. Y'all can ask me any question you want.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. So I'll read it for you. Gabriela Louise Martinez. Question for Pedro. I never had sex. Can you explain what sex is like for me and the other virgins out there?
Well, it's a little it depends on what type of sex you're having. Things tend to get a little wet and sloppy sometimes.
What's going on here? What's going on in the chat? Pedro, it's your fault. You brought this topic out, and everyone's getting all saucy around here.
I like it. It's good. It's going to give me something to do.
How do you describe sex to someone who? How?
It's never.
Like I can't. How do you describe it? Yeah.
It's like eating a really good meal.
Some people have that, right? Like I enjoy a good meal, but it's not that like that is way higher than a meal. I mean, maybe I didn't have really good meals. Like I had a mind blowing.
It depends. I mean,
yeah. So like,
some meals are really good.
Okay, what's something you ate that was close to not like that, but like you said, that level was like a chef meal. Was it some shit that you got from the food truck? Like what did you eat?
Let me tell y'all something crazy. Because I'm gonna bring the two worlds together, and then we can move on. Maybe, okay?
Probably not.
I've eaten White Castles off of a woman's breast before. Right hand of God. White Castle burger.
The little slicers, those are delicious though.
It was a fantastic evening.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. That's not even a. Okay, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't think we can move past this. What's the most dangerous place you food? Well, I'm in Brooklyn, so it's all dangerous.
Oh,
I mean, cars you gotta be careful because you can get, you get ganked.
70 miles an hour on a highway, and the other time was in a church outside.
Jesus Christ! I'm sorry. Excuse me. Literally.
Yep.
Jenny says I'm plus size and I'm straight. Yeah, it's not like you made a choice to. Like stupid.
Your weight doesn't have anything to do with your sexuality, you dumbass. Yeah.
Yeah. I like this one. Sex is like scratching an itch. It sounds like a much better idea when you have the itch rather than after you scratched it. Yes, like the relief. But I do like the yeah, I get it.
Okay,
it's the urge, and then after the satisfaction after the urge.
Yeah. I guess I got a question for people in the chat. You ever have sex with somebody and regret it?
I think we all have, right?
You think so? Yeah, I think so. Probably.
I think we all have. I mean, women, yeah, trust me, they have that one guy that was like, that was a dumbass, or I hate that relationship. Yeah, that's the thing. We all have that. We have that issue. I mean, that's just relationships in general, right? Like, not every relationship is going to work. That's why going back to the discussion we had on Monday. So, 50% of women having this backup partner, and it's you look at that figure, it's like, wow, that's kind of surprising. That's maybe disconcerting. But if 50% of relationships are not working out anyway, and if that person has this idea that is already you're a backup, like she's already got someone on the waiting, relationship is probably not going to work out anyway. Because I do believe that you should, if you have some of your mind already out of it, that's not good. I think committed relationships, you're all in. You can't be 50% in.
You should be. You have to be. And in the moments when you feel like you're not, I mean, you gotta have those conversations, right? But yeah, if you got a backup plan, there's obviously some trust issues, and if you don't have trust in a relationship, you don't have much, in my opinion.
Right.
You got to be able to lean on each other, trust each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Slim says, I had sex with my best friend, and we were never the same after that. Damn. Yeah, the friends thing is most likely. I guess for me, my experience, you probably shouldn't. But when you're young, and it's right, you know what I mean. But it does change the dynamic a bit. Whatever you feel like,
when it need to be sometimes, especially if they're a really good friend. It's like, it's never usually worth it long.
Yeah. I'm eating an old donut. Well, I hope it's not too old because that's not, right?
Very, very random comment. I like that.
Well, it may be something else, or maybe it's something a meaning that we don't know. I'm not
maybe
sure.
we're not that cool, so we probably don't know. Donuts slang or something. I don't know.
That's a good comment, Joe. Women have, some have work husbands. That could be the backup. You never know. I mean, they spend more time with your partner than you do, so it's something you have to worry about because a lot of affairs happen at work because that's where everyone's spending the most time.
Well, men have work wives though. It goes both ways. There's dudes that got work wives, so I think it goes both ways.
Yeah.
And I think a lot. Listen, what percentage, Hannibal, do you think of serious relationships? Okay, so 7 years plus. So you're talking common law if you're not married, or if you're married regardless of the years. What percentage of serious relationships do you think have infidelity, cheating going on?
I'm thinking high. To be honest, I think it is at least 30%.
Oh yeah, I think even
30-40%. That is some level of what someone that I guess in a monogamous relationship will consider cheating. Yeah. So I think flirting is cheating. If you go with that level, I think it's a level of cheating.
So you think if you're flirting with a coworker, that's cheating?
I think so.
I don't think it's cheating. I think if the flirting goes to like where there's text messaging and inappropriate like that kind of stuff, yeah, maybe. But for me, if it's like flirting at work, to me that's
okay. What's flirting to you? Is it any sexual talk? Like a sexual joke?
Not cheating. Yeah.
All right. So guys in the chat, do you guys think flirting is cheating? No. I'll just say it. I'm gonna say put a 1 in the chat. I'm not doing it. Just if you guys want to talk about it, you can put it in the chat. And that, like, to me, that's why monogamy is a tricky thing. But monogamy is if you do that with just you and another person, you can't do shit. Flirting is a blowjob.
What? No,
Gabriella, you said earlier that you were not experienced, but that's an interesting comment.
listen. My man, mutual flirting is basically backup plans. Interesting. But Dash Theory, do you think flirting is cheating? So you work at a place, you're married, you got a girlfriend, whatever, and you're flirting with a girl, or your girl works at a place, she's flirting with some dude, right? And it's just like, I like your jeans today. Oh yeah, you like my jeans, and she turns around and gives him a little look. Is that cheating? I don't think that's cheating. That's
a little bit of some attraction showing right there, and it's a little lusty, don't you think? Like think like two comments on how they look. Hey, sure. that ass look mighty good in them jeans. You say that's cheating. That's not cheating. I mean, blatant cheating is.
I don't think it's cheating. To me, cheating is. I think you can have emotional cheating if you enter a relationship emotionally with somebody. You're not having sex, but it's emotional. You're telling them a lot about your relationship and the good, the bad, and you're really emotionally imprinting. To me, that's cheating more than physical stuff sometimes, in my book.
Oh, so we say when let's say, for instance, a woman is complaining about her boyfriend to the coworker.
And that is worse. Kind of attached, and they're like sharing emotional things and being vulnerable with each other. To me, that's cheating than just talking about your ass or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. But I know how. I guess before you get in a relationship, you guys better have that conversation on what is considered to be cheating. Some women are very strict. Some men are very strict about social media. Are you liking too many posts on a person? Are you in their DMs?
Good point.
Let me see your phone. Like some people.
If you like a post of some Ruby Rose and these Instagram girls and you're liking them and stuff, is your wife going to consider that cheating?
No.
But
how about pornography? Now this is really extreme. I think most women don't feel that way, but there's some who feel uncomfortable if a man is even doing that. Because like, well, I'm right here. Why are you doing that? So it's really, you have to figure out, okay, what kind of person you're dealing with. Nothing but silicone says, Jenny, I have some serious flirt game. I think it's called something else the kids are saying. I forgot what it's called. The ability to attract someone. I forgot. Riz or something. I know we're just two old men on this panel here. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I guess we're going about way of saying sex on the first date, probably not a great idea.
No. It's not a good long-term thing. It can be fun, you have a good time, but it's not going to be the girl you're going to like, in my opinion.
Is it cheating if it's porno of an ex? I feel like that would be borderline cheating. Yeah, that's probably not a good idea. Don't get caught doing that.
Mondo is in my brain right now, bro. He's in my brain.
Listen, you're not even supposed to. That's the thing. What happens if you have old pictures of your ex? Like, I don't listen. I'm fortunate. I don't have to deal with any of that kind of stuff, but I know what I hear and people complain about. And man, it's like you have to. It's like walking on, not stepping on a landmine of doing something wrong. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I used to keep old pictures and videos, and I don't have that stuff. It's been a long time, but I used to keep some of that. And you know, in a relationship, you worry like, oh, you know, is she gonna see them, or you know what I'm saying? But it's been a while since I used to keep them because why not? You know, it's a record of, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah. I mean, yeah, you shot the 3 to win the game. You know, want to see the highlights every once in a while.
I want to. Michael Jordan gets to look at the film of him hitting them game winners. I want to look at my film too. Yeah.
I hear that. Yeah. So the one thing I wanted to talk about before we even like depart, whatever, is the whole Diddy thing. So I don't know if you guys have been following P. Diddy, the Key to the City. He's been accused of some crazy stuff. So remember last week, a week before, he had Cassie, artist, sued him for $30 million, saying he did all types of terrible things. Basically, sexual assault, all types of crazy stuff. He settles out of court maybe 24 hours after that. As soon as she made that case public, Diddy paid the money. But the problem is more and more people are coming up. So now he's up to 4 lawsuits. So it was 2 at one point. He's up to 4. Let me show you this screen right here. So 4. And one of the people that he's accused is 17 years old. Was 17 years old in 2003.
Does it say how long ago that was?
Is it 2003? It was claiming her and him and 2 other men sexually assaulted her in New York City recording studio when she was 17, and this happened accused was happening in 2003. Mr. Combs
are notorious, man. You know, you got the groupies in there, chicken heads being fucking. Biggie talked about it in the rap song, right?
Like,
notorious for girls, you know, being London. But 17 years old, man, like that.
So this is the 4th lawsuit. So this all started. This happened November 17th when Cassie came with her stuff. It's basically this is what's going to happen. The floodgates is opening with this dude. And I mean when you're doing shit like this, when you in the club, no one is doing what you're doing, and like who do you like? What are you trying to do? It's like a predator. Like he's like, well, I can do whatever I want. I'm P. Diddy.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like the R. Kelly thing, Harvey Weinstein thing, where they think they were untouchable. So I don't know. I'll be honest. I think the downfall of Diddy is happening. I don't see.
How much are you going to lose? 100 million?
He may lose a lot. So also, he finally made a public statement. So he hasn't said shit in a minute. He did on his IG. I'll put it right here. Damn, it's big enough. Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. I will be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. Well, he didn't fight too much with Cassie. He settled out of court in 24 hours. So,
you know what though? I heard a theory, and I'm not sure the truth. You know, theory that Cassie was really smart and calculated in the way she did it, because she might have been an employee or something of Diddy's and the Bad Boy label or whatever companies, right?
Oh, she was with him for so long. She
like
probably knew
insurance money or something might have kicked in, and that's why she did it the way that she did it. And then he didn't really have to pay anything because of how it was filed. I saw that, but I didn't do any deep dive. But it's interesting that it happened so quickly. The way the Cassie thing was settled so quick, and some people seem to think it was because of how she did it, and she might have been an employee or some way, and they were able to just get money from. It didn't even come from Diddy necessarily. So I think that kind of makes sense, because now if he's coming out with this saying he's going to fight his name and whatever for these new allegations, maybe he's right. I don't know, but
Cassie was something he had to do.
So he obviously fucked up.
Sometime. Right. Slim says based on this statement, he definitely did that shit. So 50 Cent, Paige, I know you're not an Instagram, but I know you're not a big Instagram user, but you gotta follow 50 Cent. He is petty as fuck. So he's going after P. Diddy for a minute. I didn't know they had much issues, but I guess they probably did. 50 had issues with everybody. So 50 Cent is going to probably do a documentary, Surviving Diddy, or did he do it or not?
What?
He is trolling this shit out. He also trolling the shit out of Rick Ross too, which is always a long-standing feud between the two. Rick Ross has a lyric in one of his songs, I think everyone kind of remembers, where he says, pull a Molly in her champagne, right? She didn't know it. Beat it. Basically saying, sexual assault. He had a lyric that I remember listening. I'm like, that's a weird thing to fucking rap about. Like, you really rapping about date, drug, and raping a chick? Like, and him and Diddy are cool. Rick Ross and Diddy are cool. So 50 is enjoying that, obviously. He may lose everything. Enough lawsuits, enough people you assaulted.
He's almost a billionaire, right? So, but even if he loses $100 million, that's $100 million is $100 million. It's a lot of money either way. But that's crazy, man.
It is some Cosby shit. Listen, Cosby he's my favorite guy before that came out, and when that stuff started coming out, I was like, damn, he's fucking weirdo.
20 women, right? It was like a crazy amount of women over the course of 20, 30 years. It was crazy. Right.
The problem is, like, you can say, well, is all of them right? Is all of them lying? Is one of them lying? The problem is, if one is right, that's enough. One is, and clearly he was doing some weird, drugging women and doing whatever. Another guy that I was upset that he did that, Louis C.K., one of the funniest comedians. It's so fucking funny, and he was doing some weird shit. So I don't know. I guess when you get to a certain level of fame, you get the power, and you don't know how to act. I don't even know.
Yeah, I think the Louis C.K. was like flashing women, right? And like being
he was pleasuring himself, like in the way he'll act, and they think he's joking, and then he's like really doing it.
And I think when one, there's never only one, but there might not be. All 30 might not be telling the complete
truth, but
one.
That's just one, and most likely is not the first time. So definitely. Cosby definitely was trying to share his pudding pop. I'm surprised he even got out of jail to begin with. I don't know what kind of thing they finagle, but it's also he's pretty old. And R. Kelly's in there forever. But look, this is all civil. So P. Diddy's not, no criminal charges. But he had to know once you settled with Cassie that other people were going to do lawsuits. It's all civil, and he's talking about quick paydays. He's gonna fight. He could try to fight the ones that he know if it's like a he said she said thing.
Yeah, because they gotta have evidence. You have to have some kind of evidence, right? You have something. You can't just go to court and say he did. You gotta have some kind of evidence of something. So we'll see.
Yeah, Planet Mondo was talking about the Louis C.K. Apparently he was doing it in front of people. He said it was okay. Some of the women comedians thought it was terrible. Who knows? But the Diddy stuff, it's been a long standing. I gotta find a way I can compile all the clips of every celebrity every time they mention Diddy in parties. Oh, it's kind of like
it's gonna be like 20 minutes, man.
Yeah, it's like a bunch like don't do that. Like it's always an inside joke. So it's interesting too about Hollywood. They know who the predators are.
Yeah.
But they don't really do more than just the occasional inside joke, like the Harvey Weinstein. There were people who did the inside jokes, and we, most of us don't know. We're not in those crowds, but these people are so powerful. That's all they do is the inside joke instead of pointing like, "Hey, this dude is a predator. He's terrible." Because everyone has their careers, they want Diddy to help them move stuff. So it's a cesspool, man.
It is, and it's when you have money and influence, people tend to not want to rock the boat, right? But if I see, listen, like if I were somewhere and I saw something really egregious happening, I feel like I would say something or do something or whatever, right? If I saw something totally out of pocket, right? I'm not talking P. Diddy in the club with his pants down. That's just goofy, right? But if
there's nothing there yet. But I know you're talking about
Ross making jokes about putting some drugs in a girl's drink and he gives it a drink.
Exactly. A good point. Like we all chilling at the like. All right, that's your dude. Like right, and he's writing these lyrics. I'm like, I would say, yo, dude, what's up, man?
Yeah, you can't let that stuff slide. Like that's
you can't. Yeah, like yo, dude, did you actually do this? Because I can't. But all those yes men around him, he got all the money. You cross him, like some of these celebrities, they never talk to you again. You lost all this access to money and power. But it's weird that everyone, the guy who produced the shit, the guy's mixing, no one said this is a fucking weird lyric. Like, hey,
well, Rick, but I mean, we're gonna get into the lyrics, man. There's a lot of weird. I mean, you got these rappers talking about killing people and like they do it under the umbrella of artistry. So it's like artists. But there's got to be some truth to something, right?
There's a TikTok of a woman. She was taking all of the really suspect lyrics out of like B.I.G. and like DMX, where they said some wild stuff. Like,
DMX was talking about having sex with corpses and shit.
Yeah, it's like this is weird. So it can get to that. I think Mondo has a good point. Hip hop, you can say some outlandish shit and. As long as it, the flow's right and the beat's right, like, okay, not everything. Fat Joe said,
give it almost.
Yeah. Right? Fat Joe said he lied. He said, I lied 95% of my lyrics. Like, I'm lying. Yeah. Which is interesting because they became like a story. And everyone is like, who's in the know, like, he's saying that so people won't get off his back. The cops won't or investigate. Like, that's the perfect thing to say. Yeah, I'm lying. So anything you think I've done in the past, don't look it up because I'm lying. Like, of course, I think. Of course he did something. Many of these rappers did something, but why tell the truth? Yeah, I lied. Yeah, I'm not trying to get investigated. Fat Joe's trying to, he's trying to go get in trouble with the rest of these people. Lachelle, thank you for checking out the channel. We know he isn't innocent. It's just annoying that he has been forgotten to try to come up with stories and been sitting on. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Like what the Pedro was saying. What Cassie was doing was orchestrated. It was a planned thing. It was I think it was like towards a deadline. Like she did it. It was planned. She had the lawyers, and then she obviously
she was smart about it. Yes.
Yeah. But these other situations, they're coming out of the woodwork, and some are probably legit, some are probably not. But I think he's a billionaire, but Diddy likes to be liked. He wants to participate in all these awards. He always wants to be around. This is a big hit, and now he has to be more recluse because now you're damaged goods. Like you're a predator, or at least it looks like you're a predator.
Well, and who's going to do some? A lot of so his money, right, is coming from his deals with a lot of other really. He has companies, but his money's coming. A lot of his money's coming from people that have bigger companies that are allowing him to facilitate a smaller company. Okay?
Right.
Whether it's the rock or his clothing and his music. There's somebody else that's owning some of that stuff. And he's not going to be able to continue to do certain business deals with these kind of allegations.
He's going to have to he can't be a public face. So similar to that Papa John's guy, he apparently said some racist shit. I don't remember what he said.
You don't remember that shit? Yeah.
What did he say? He did. Was it racist? I don't remember. It was something. Yeah.
It was. And then he had to leave being a founder of Papa John's. I mean, I think he came off the board of directors, and now he's coming back apparently with like a different pizza company. That's
right. So did they force him to sell? Whatever it is, but you got to remove him, right? Because apparently he said some wild shit. That's why they brought Shaq in. Yep. Your brand is very important. If people associate you with being R. Kelly, basically, they can't have you in their company. So
Yeah.
Weirdo, man. But I think we can see more.
I don't think he looks a little weird to me. I don't know.
A little bit. But we thought, I mean, the 90s, man, No Way Out, that album, P. Diddy and the Family, it's
classic.
It was a classic.
It's a classic
and
album.
He was goofy. Yeah. I don't know. It's the way he was dancing. But then later on, you started hearing all these rumors. And the problem is rumors, some shit is real, some is fake. Like I think I had a chance to look at one of the comments. I forgot. It's like when is going to be a male going to show up and say, "Did he abuse me?"
Oh yes,
yeah. That's where shit's going to really go crazy.
This is the next question to you. Is P Diddy is he bisexual? You think he's? We see these stories from certain people. I think it was like Orlando Brown said he did some things, and what was it? Cameron, and then 50 Cent said he wanted to take him shopping. You hear these stories. Fabulous. I heard Fabulous say some things about him. Yeah. Like, so do you think Puff Daddy is? Do you think he goes both ways?
I mean, I don't know for sure, obviously, but probably. Probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah. And like I said, just by going, you don't tell the man you're taking him shopping, unless you're making fun of him or you're trying to insult him. Like you don't, unless you're trying to F him. Like there's no, it's a weird thing to say. Because like 50 Cent knows that they all have money. So that's something you tell a woman, right? You tell a female, I'm gonna take you shopping. Because you have, so like you tell, like, what are you trying to tell me? And 50 Cent is, he's from the street, so he understands when certain things people say that's weird, that's off. It's kind of like you have to check it, like beyond just the laugh it off type thing.
And if this happened 15 years ago, 20 years, yeah, I could see that it would be like really weird. I think right now,
good point.
Now it's like, I think there's some rap artists or whatever that are fluid in their sexuality and they're taking each other shopping, right?
Yeah.
So I think times have changed quite a bit in the last 15 years, a little bit,
Dwight Howard said no. And he's still not back in the league. They still want to put him back in.
I heard Carmelo has some interest from Oklahoma City Thunder and China, the Chinese league. So Carmelo might be making a comeback to professional basketball.
If he's healthy, why not? He can still come off the bench and drop a few points, right?
He can come off the bench and give you 10 points, hit some threes. He ain't gonna play no defense, so he's gonna be a 3-point specialist. That's what he's gonna do. Yeah. But I would love to see Melo on the Thunder. I think that'd be great. There's a really young team. I think he could add a little bit to them.
Yeah, and he wasn't a Thunder before, correct?
He was.
Yeah, so that works out for him. Yeah, well, I'm a big fan of Melo. Sometimes you forget to appreciate them when they were dominant, and that's one of them. Especially bringing the Knicks to at least being respectable for those. It wasn't a long time, but just for those few years, we felt like we couldn't. We're not like garbage. It's just I think he did the best we had with his talent, man.
Yeah. Speaking of the Knicks, your boy Julius Randle was a player of the week or player of the month or something. He's had a few weeks.
We can't. It's one of those things I have to swallow. Like I want him traded. We don't like him, but I know but the dude is playing. He's been playing decent for a minute. So shout out to him. We still would trade him. If you trade him now, his stock is pretty high. Get something else, but they probably gonna try to keep this group together. I mean, the Knicks are fifth seed. That's okay. For this,
that's about where they've been the last couple of years. So that's going to be a spot where they're going to have to play, the Bucks or the Celtics or something. Or if you're a 5 seed, like a 4.
But 5 to 8 is very close. So as much as they're 5, they can go to 8 quick because it's the Knicks that's 12-8. The Pacers are 11-8. Heat is 12-9. Cavaliers 12-9. So and the Brooklyn Nets are 11-9. So it's kind of tight at the bottom there. The Cavaliers, what's this dude? I forgot his name. I don't watch a lot of Pacers games. Cavaliers. Is it Tyrese Halliburton?
Oh, he's a beast, man. Yeah.
What the fuck?
So he was he was with the Sacramento Kings, and he was part of the deal. He went to the Pacers, and the Kings got the Sabonis kid. Right? Okay. And that was, people were like, wow, that's a really lopsided trade. It's working out for both teams really good, but he is a beast, man. He's got a really awkward looking 3-point shot, but he's very efficient.
Would he be going in?
He's very skilled, great passer. The Pacers play a fantastic pace of basketball, very fast paced. Very fun team to watch.
Yeah,
he's a good player.
26.9 points a game. He got 4 rebounds a game. He's doing basically 12 assists a game. That's pretty fucking good.
I mean, some would say he's probably top 15 at least in the league right now. He's having that good of a year right now. Yes.
23 years old, 6'5". Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, so there's also good welcome addition. You don't have to always talk about the same players. They got some people coming up. I know. I think Shaq said is it Shaq or Barkley said they taking the Celtics to championship. Like that's it. Celtics gonna go. They're gonna. I guess that's the already putting their bet down. Like they think Celtics gonna win.
I think it's got a little banged up for something, but he should be fine. But they're deep, really deep, and Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, all those guys have been playing really good. They got Drew Holiday. They got the Porzingis, like I said. They got the Derek White. They're very, very deep. They still got Al Horford. They have 6 or 7 guys that can start on any other team, most other teams. So they're really deep. Celtics are going to be a tough out. So
yeah. Slim says Bulls should trade Levine for Randall. I don't think that helps. That doesn't help us. That doesn't help us. I don't. Nah. Too.
Rideshare Rodeo in here. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
What's going on, Steve? Gig says you never know what's on the side. That's the glory of it. Womp, womp, womp.
Gig, we talked about that 30 minutes ago. What are you talking about?
All right, let's bring it back. Says Gig, clearly that's all he wants to talk about. Would you ever? First of all, actually, have you before? Have you ever used a glory hole before? I'm just asking. I don't want to assume because that'd be rude. Okay, so you haven't. Me neither.
I'm not going to answer that question. No, never. Man. Get out of here.
$400,000. Put your thing in
there. For $400,000, I put my dick in some random hole and I don't on the other side. For $400K?
Guys, people in the chat, that's too easy. $40K. $40K, you have to put your thing in a glory hole. Would you do it? Chat.
Well, what's happening? I'm getting top.
Whatever it is that gets you go. Yeah, sex is happening.
I'm not answering that. I'm not.
$40K. No.
I got dignity, bro. Come on, man.
Oh, there you go. I told you guys.
I told you all my ratchetness in my 20s and early 30s. That's way behind me. Okay.
I didn't say who it was behind. You don't know.
No, Rideshare Rodeo says what state?
You don't know. It could be any, but you don't know. It's not intent. It's intentional.
I'll tell you this. I'm gonna paint you all a picture. For $40K, it'd have to be the perfect setting. I'd have to be in Australia.
Yeah.
It'd have to be a really clean place where a lot of beautiful women were, and I'd have to be drunk out of my mind. And that's the only scenario.
I think Gig would do it for $2,000.
I think he'd pay somebody $40 to do it, probably.
Probably two G's. Yeah, don't do that. I mean, that's one of those things like you have to be really off the wall. Like you don't give a fuck. Like you know what I mean? Like that level of like Rodman type shit. Like you don't care, but at a sorority. Well,
listen, I'm not gonna answer that.
No, so Paige was down.
Yeah, like 18-year-olds or 17-year-old girls.
Well, don't make it like that. Yeah, all right. So I'm out. We just talking about Diddy. We can't get ourselves
saying good.
Crazy shit. All right. Should we stop talking? Because that's probably be good for us. We probably have seen.
I think the people like it though. We're good.
Some wild shit. Get
out of here, bro. Get fake.
Okay. All right. I'm not even gonna put that up. Jesus. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, Joe says Glory Hole, Gay Pride Month, City of San Francisco.
Shit.
I'm not a gay man, so I'm not interested. Yeah. I'm good.
You don't need to be.
I mean,
it would be better for if you were.
You kind of do. Nothing wrong with that, but that's not my thing.
I mean, you're still choosing, and according to some brilliant people, you can choose. You just choose to be gay. You just like turn it off like a switch.
Oh, so I could gain weight and my
gain weight and then you just
look good anymore. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I'll just start dating guys. That's how it works?
To one scholarly YouTuber. No, I mean, yeah, you're selling yourself, but at the same time, you would be afterwards.
I guess. Depends.
That is funny. That is funny. Nothing wrong with that as well. Even if that was something that you decide to decide out, we'll still have the show. We'll just have different topics.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. We love everybody here, except it's a low.
Yeah. All right. Any NFL shit? I think we already discussed it. Nah.
I'll be at the game on Sunday.
You'll be at the game.
I'm gonna take some pictures and we can talk about it a little bit on Monday, I guess, next week. So that'll be a fun night. So playing Buffalo Bills should be a pretty good game, I think. So
yeah. I'm gonna try to do some bets. I'm gonna try to do some bets, lose some money, do some parlays because I'm attracted to how much money you can potentially win, even though the bet is stupid. But so if it hits, it's good.
How much you putting down? Like, what's your cap?
No, I don't go crazy because I want to do like 3-4 bets. I don't put like 100. I play 20, but if I do parlay, I'm losing because they don't ever.
So then you just told me you're just going to take $20 and throw it in the trash.
Well, I'm going to do a little bit what you do, like the couple of the team win parlays, not play performances. Where I think you do a few favorites and you kind of do like one dog and if
close like something
right. Yeah. So I think I may do that. Joe says I'm not gay, but $50,000. You know, Pedro always talk about stepping stones and adapting or dying, and you gotta adapt because the market is different. So if the market says 50,000 to do this, actually you're not following your own thing. But stepping stones, stepping glory holes.
Listen,
step up to a glory hole.
There's a hole, okay, and I ain't putting my dick in a hole right now. I'm kidding. All right. If I wanted to, I can just put my dick in a hole in my basement and have some fun. I don't need somewhere to do that. Okay.
Yeah. Listen, it's Gig's fault. It's his fault, and Bobby probably too. Yeah, it's their fault.
Is on Giggity and a little bit. I'm gonna blame Bobby a little bit too. He was egging Giggity on a little bit. So.
Yeah, you guys are trolling us. Stop trolling us. You're what do you call it? You scumbags.
See, this is how you handle trolls. You just play pro. You don't need to block everybody and do all this stuff. What's going on? How many I got in a button and do all this?
Yeah, it's like you illiterate scumbag, trash bags. It's like
it's weird, man. Weirdo.
It's too much, but still not going. I'm not going to do the heavy thing. But I listen. In January, we have some interesting, fun stuff planned.
We're gonna have a pretty good stream in January. Set your calendars. We don't know when. We haven't even really talked about it off camera. But we'll have something really good. We're gonna, I think Hannibal and I have both been saving it. I think Hannibal's saving it more than he's up to date with shit. I'm not.
Yes.
I think I'll catch up, and I think we're gonna.
Yeah. I mean, I think the first one maybe just let it.
We're gonna entertain you. Make it look even worse than that.
Well, I just think I think we'll spend that at least the first episode or two just catching Pedro up on what's going on because Pedro's he checked out, so we gotta get him into it. I mean, it's nothing really that interesting. I mean, it's interesting, but it's also stupid.
Yeah,
it's like a little bit of both. So I think it should be fun.
Laugh at you can't take it serious, right? It's just something. Right. It's literally locale where you just laugh off them. So it's bad off their localness. So
most definitely. But on that note, definitely need to clear my throat, get some tea or something. But guys, have a fantastic evening. Enjoy your weekend. Don't go and get yourself into trouble. Don't put your stuff in glory holes. Don't do it. I'm very serious. Don't do that. That is.
Ask for IDs. Make sure she's legal. Be smart, guys.
Yeah, because you make your stuff may look like a pickle afterwards, and you don't want you don't want that. You don't want pickle dick, so don't do that.
And when go smash first date in Safeway parking lots, okay?
Probably no first date sex.
No first date.
We're getting old, man, because that's not what 20-year-olds are saying.
We're not 20. Not 20.
True.
Grown men. Grown. We got to give people good advice. Okay, so
yeah, we're old. But I know, guys. Thank you for coming through. We'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.